go with the defensive side of the ball, and he's big time. Murphy, he was the Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year and led the conference in QB hurries. He was also a second-team All-American. Now remember, Coach McDonald was the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens last year, who had a historically good defense, so he is building the roster how he wants. Murphy also said he grew up a Seahawks fan because of the Legion of Boom, so defense runs in his blood. The Seahawks have now 6 more draft picks this year, but no second-round pick. Seattle does not draft again until the 81st pick there in the 3rd round. And of course, the big talker going into tonight is the quarterbacks. 6 of the top 12 picks were quarterbacks tonight. That's never happened before. The Washington Huskies were right in the middle of it. We're going to have that coming up later in sports.
All right, Julian, thank you. Well, no one in the NFL draft has more to deal with than the quarterbacks who were selected tonight, including adapting to a new home city.
And that often means playing in some much colder weather than they're used to. Meteorologist Matt Gray breaks down how a colder climate could impact these NFL rookies.
Not only do you get worse weather in the NFL, it has the statistical impact on quarterback performance. According to The Athletic and True Media, in temperatures below 35 degrees, NFL quarterbacks complete fewer passes, throw for fewer yards, and throw more interceptions. Add in rain or snow, and you drop these numbers by an additional 10%. Wind plays an even bigger role. Winds at 25 miles an hour drop passing production by 25% compared to a 15-mile-an-hour wind. So who's most ready for those winter weather games in this draft class? I looked at the playing history for the top 6 quarterbacks. Wasn't able to find much about wind, but I was able to get a good idea of how cold it was during their games over the past few years. Here are the states those top 6 quarterbacks played most of their games in across all the schools they went to, and you could probably take a good guess who might be the most cold weather ready just by looking. But here's the list. First is Michigan's J.J. McCarthy with 4 games that were below 35 degrees. Then Michael Penix, who played at Indiana before transferring to UW in Seattle. He's got 3. Bo Nix, who transferred from Auburn to Oregon, has 2. And this is followed by some of the top quarterback prospects: Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May.
All right, Matt, thank you. We hope you enjoy the rain today because we have some scattered showers on the way over the next few days.
Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see when the skies are expected to clear.
Well, we do not have much rain on the way, and in fact, the very light precipitation that moved through this evening has already moved east of downtown, only leaving a few isolated sprinkles behind. Measured only a trace of precipitation in Spokane from this evening's showers, not even 1/100 of an inch. We still find some very light rain around Liberty Lake and Coeur d'Alene, also heading north into Rathdrum and Spirit Lake. Still a few sprinkles to be found, but again, this rain is very, very light, and our odds of wet weather tomorrow are not especially good. Here's a look at our 12-hour precipitation. Starting off at 6 a.m., we basically have a slight chance of measurable rain through the morning. I think if anything, you'll just see a few sprinkles on your windshield. Then it ramps up a little bit in the afternoon, but even at that, precipitation totals are expected to be measured in the 100ths of an inch if we get them at all. Your Friday planner, 60 is our average high. We're going to have a high temperature of 59, so just about average, with cloudy skies to start the day. And again, our odds of showers do pick up around noon and continue through the late afternoon before they taper off tomorrow evening. I will be back with your weekend forecast in the 7-day outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. A teenager was hospitalized Wednesday after being shot in the back. The call originally came in saying he had shot himself.
But when police arrived, they determined another teen had pulled the trigger and the gun was left behind at the scene. That shooting happened near Koza in Nevada in North Spokane, right next to the Center Court apartment. Jordan Smith was in that area today and spoke with a neighbor about the shooting.
Well, that teenager was taken to the hospital, and the extent of his injuries are not known at this time. And this is a scary situation, but a woman who lives here tells me that this is hardly an isolated incident, saying that just days before this shooting, a teenager pulled a gun on her at this apartment complex.
I've never had it happen. I've been really on edge this whole past week. I don't know, it's scary.
Amber Montgomery walked out of her apartment last Friday on her way to pick up her child from daycare. She says a group of teens were outside being mouthy and out of line. She and the neighbors asked them to stop, and when they wouldn't, Amber got out of her car to confront them.
And right as we get in front of our leasing office, he turns around and pulls a gun on me.
She called the police hours after the incident. SPD took her report over the phone, but Amber said they never showed up in person. Spokane police told me they didn't have enough probable cause to make an arrest.
Here we are 4 days later, and someone is now shot. Coincidence? I don't think so.
It's not known if this is the same teenager who Montgomery says pointed a gun at her. Police say they're still investigating.
We're working past it, and I hope whoever was injured is okay. And if you pull that trigger, you could possibly be ending someone's life, and you're changing yours for the rest of your life.
In North Spokane, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Well, the Adams County Sheriff's Office is searching for this man who left in the middle of his own trial in Ritzville yesterday. John Dagenald was on trial for a burglary near Odessa. After the trial's lunch break, Dagenald didn't come back to court and was found guilty. If you know where he is, call the Adams County Sheriff's Office.
Still ahead, $1 million coming to Spokane to combat the opioid crisis. How that money will be spent to help those in need.
Well, it felt like I was camping the first couple of weeks. I felt like I can't make a whole meal.
One local food pantry is delivering hot meals to people who lost everything in the Oregon Road fire. Why one woman says this means a lot more than just a hot meal.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Diamonds and Dreams is proudly sponsored by Dave Smith Chevrolet in Kellogg, Idaho.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Does anybody want my tomato? I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
You do know ketchup is made from tomatoes, right?
Weather can change your plans in an instant.
First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
Now you all will love weather as much as I do.
How will the weather affect your plans? Start your day with Mark and Ginger, and you'll always know.
Whether you're traveling across town
or across the nation,
Ginger Z has you covered on Good Morning America.
And my pal Mark Peterson is your go-to guy on Good Morning Northwest.
Make it a great morning with Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
The Honda you want is here. Driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
$1 million. That's how much Spokane is using to battle the opioid crisis.
Over the next 17 years, the city will be getting $13 million from a settlement with opioid manufacturers. The first installment is going to help expand a crucial program within the city's fire department. Our Bronte Saratsky tells us more about it.
This funding means that emergency response times are about to get much quicker, and those needing help with addiction and mental health needs are about to get that much needed treatment.
I am the one employee that is on the CARES team.
CARES, or the Community Assistance Response Team, works within the fire department to provide ongoing help. From housing to drug addiction, this tiny team does it all. The first half of these funds will allow it to grow from a team of 1 to a team of 4.
But really expand into providing services more for people that are experiencing homelessness, people that are struggling with a substance use disorder.
This expansion will be huge, allowing them to go from working on 600 cases to 1,500 and giving everyone a more consistent response.
Our team has already been struggling with capacity and trying to respond to every referral we get. We don't refuse anything.
A lot of what this team does is follow up after an initial crisis, trying to prevent more from happening, which in turn gives first responders more time to respond to your emergencies.
It frees up our engine companies to be available and responsive to medical emergencies, fires, things like that.
This funding is just one installment of many from the state's opioid lawsuit settlement. While Spokane is getting about $13.3 million over the next 17 years, elected leaders say the city can't stop here.
And I think that we should be looking at every resource we can to better respond to this crisis.
Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Despite the clouds today, we warmed up to a high of 61. 60 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Want free college or career training? It's possible.
Whether you're in the market for affordable furniture, clothing, or vintage treasures, you'll find what you need at UGM thrift stores. But checking off your list is not all you'll accomplish. Every purchase and donation opens the doors for men, women, and children experiencing homelessness to get the help they need. Your support provides food and shelter, job training, and holistic recovery services at Union Gospel Mission. Stop in today and offer life change.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's Super 7-Day Sale is for you. That's 7 days to find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, accent chairs and recliners, dining groups, bar stools, bedrooms and kids' beds, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Complete the look with our massive selection of rugs and accessories. Plus, no interest financing until January 2029. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The Super 7-Day Sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 2nd.
Welcome to your KXLY Plus live update.
Expect even more from KXLY Plus.
It is 4 o'clock. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
Live updates from the 4 News Now team. Breaking news as it happens.
That front comes in, gusty winds come with it.
Weather every 10 minutes.
Best chance of rain will really be from noon on.
Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect with 4 News Now on KXLY Plus. That's what we mean when we say expect more. 4 News Now anchors, not just in the newsroom, but in the community, doing the work, listening to you, asking questions to help keep your family safe. We're the people you trust on your screens and in your neighborhood. And we'll always be there on 4 News Now.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane.
Well, we had a lot of clouds move through Spokane today, but very little rain, a few sprinkles this evening, and now we've already started to clear off across the region. Even saw a little bit of blue sky before sunset. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have some very light rain continuing tonight and tomorrow with heavier amounts over North Idaho and in the Northeast Mountains. Spotty showers on Friday, and then most of the weekend will be dry. Can't rule out some precipitation, but it is going to be very hit and miss. Here's a look at our forecast radar, starting off at our current time with the best chance of wet weather in North Idaho, particularly from the central panhandle down through the Camas Prairie. 8 o'clock Friday morning, overcast conditions with most of the wet weather to our east, but then we'll see a few hit and miss showers throughout the day. Boy, the computer model does not want to give us much precipitation. Here's our forecast rain from now through Friday at 6 o'clock. And as you can see, the rainfall totals have actually decreased since last time we checked this computer model earlier this evening. Only in the hundredths of an inch in most locations, very isolated exceptions, getting only a tenth of an inch. This is not turning out to be the deluge that we could use. And unfortunately, our best chance of precipitation is behind us now. A 40% chance of measurable rain on Friday. That's a hundredth of an inch or or more. And if we do get any, it will be in that 100th of an inch range. And then only a slight chance through the beginning of next week before our odds decrease. Here's a look at 5 days worth of precipitation forecast, and only a few spots getting a 1/4 of an inch of rain. Most locations 100th to a 1/10 of an inch. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Temperature-wise, meanwhile, we're going to be staying right about average. Our average high is in the lower 60s, so we'll be a little below, a little above. Wednesday right now looks like the warmest day of the 7-day forecast, close to 70 degrees, with more showers possible as we get into Thursday.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Still to come, the biggest surprise of the NFL draft involved Washington Huskies quarterback Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah, of course, it wouldn't be an NFL draft without something crazy happening, right? Well, where Penix is heading next season and why it was such a head scratcher to many. Next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
With Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, you can instantly know what you spend on things like food.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries this month?
Hey, Dad, can the guy stay for dinner?
No.
Want faster, easier banking? You can with Wells Fargo.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot with every window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
At Denver Mattress, comfort comes easy, but peace of mind is a bit tricky. And no, we can't give you a bedside psychoanalyst. Beat it, Sigmund. But you can rest easy knowing every mattress is backed by our 365-night Better Sleep guarantee. And during the Super 7-Day sale, check out the Summit for only $299.99. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus, no interest until January 2029 and free shipping. Comfort, peace of mind, and a great night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
With Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, you can pick up the tab even when you forget your wallet. I got this.
Fargo, send Kaz $145 to Zelle.
Smooth. Do you, Fargo? You can with Wells Fargo.
Well, the first round of the NFL draft just ended here on ABC. The first big surprise of the night came when Washington Huskies quarterback Michael Penix Jr. was drafted 8th overall by the Atlanta Falcons.
A lot of head scratching over this. Penix was projected in late first or early second round heading into the night. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us. Julian, the Falcons just signed a franchise quarterback, so why did they go for Penix so early?
Well, the Falcons are hoping Penix could be their quarterback of the future, but like you mentioned, it's kind of interesting because Atlanta just signed NFL veteran Kirk Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million deal last month. The idea is that Penix will be Cousins' successor. Penix has the credentials. He was a Heisman finalist and led the Huskies to a national championship game last season. Penix also won the Maxwell Award given to the nation's best all-around player. He is the highest Huskies draft pick since quarterback Jake Locker, who was also taken 8th overall in the first round back in 2011. Right after Penix, his buddy, Washington wide receiver Rome Odunze, was drafted 9th overall by the Chicago Bears. Odunze was an All-American who led the nation in receiving yards and set a UW record in receiving yards. He was a finalist for the Biletnikoff Award given to the nation's top receiver. Odunze will be paired with #1 overall pick Caleb Williams there in Chicago. Huskies offensive lineman Troy Fautanu was drafted 20th overall by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fautanu won the Morris Trophy in 2023, given to the top offensive lineman in the Pac-12, and he grew up a fan of the Steelers and idolized Troy Polamalu, so a dream come true for the Washington Husky lineman right there. The Seattle Seahawks got some much-needed help on the defensive line, taking on defensive tackle Byron Murphy II from Texas. Murphy was the Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year. He joined Seahawks new head coach Mike Macdonald, who has an extensive defensive background. Macdonald was the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens last season. They had a pretty good defense, the best in the league at that. So a lot happening, and it's only day one, and we'll have more coming up in the next few days.
And as expected, no WSU players drafted tonight, but they can still make an NFL roster if they don't get drafted.
Yeah, one kook who's projected to go undrafted is, of course, wide receiver Lincoln Victor. Alex Vicente spoke with WSU head man Jake Dickert, who says Victor should have no problem making it at the next level.
Finally, switching gears over to the offensive side, we got wide receiver Lincoln Victor. Now, this is a guy that maybe made the biggest leap over his time at Washington State. You talked about how his work ethic, and maybe he's not the most talented wide receiver in this draft class, but when it comes to work ethic, how much do NFL scouts and GMs really take into account there?
The best part is they really show up to practice, and they get to see these guys day in and day out. And there's no place that Lincoln shines better than when no one's watching. You know, he's the guy, when we do 6 a.m. morning runs, he's hitting the jug machine at 5 a.m. And he's bringing other people to do it with him. Right? There's a heart and soul that Lincoln really possesses that's very natural to him. And he's just going to bring that leadership style and that effort level to whoever he plays for. So versatile, played special teams, can return. Obviously, slot guys in the NFL are at a premium. And like I said, don't be surprised. He just goes out there and makes it happen, just like Armani from last season. When you get to that level, you still value program guys. And I think that's what Lincoln can be for some professional team.
What did he do this past season that just made him great? I mean, all Pac-12 selection there. What did he really do that made him take that leap?
Well, let's go even a year back. He wasn't getting what he wanted, Alex, and he didn't complain. He stayed the course. He kept working, just embodied all the character values that he does possess. So we moved him back to the inside, which I believe is his home base, and he was just really unguardable there. And he took his opportunity, and he seized the moment, and he never looked back. So I'm just really proud of what he did the year before to stay the course, not panic, keep believing, and then go out there and find the results for himself this season.
And all the talk, of course, has been around the NFL draft, where players are going, who's going to get drafted, who's not. But there's some movement in college hoops, and it has to do with WSU as well. Washington State forward Jalen Wells entered the transfer portal, according to ESPN. Wells declared for the NBA draft earlier this month, but now if he returns to school, he will not be coming back to WSU. This one stings. He's the 12th player to leave the program since the season ended. Wells was one of the Cougar star players after transferring from WSU from Division II school Sonoma State last year. He was their best three-point shooter and was an all Pac-12 player. Again, tough loss because he would have been their star player last year.
Tells me there's a lot of schools offering him a lot of money, I think. Yeah.
We'll be right back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Catch all the action at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino, the area's largest sportsbook. Bet your favorite games live as they happen with in-play betting, or place bets ahead of time with the Bet Ahead feature. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
It's one of the best times of the year to give your home an upgrade with some fresh new looks during the Spring Store-wide Savings Event at Walker's.
Come see the new styles that just arrived. Plus, take advantage of all last year model closeout and clearance items up to 70% off. With 5 years special financing available and no money down.
It's the perfect time to furnish your life for less and add some comfort and style to your home during the Spring Store-wide Savings Event at Walker's.
Welcome to your KXLY Plus live update.
Expect even more from KXLY Plus.
It is 4 o'clock. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
Live updates from the 4 News Now team. Breaking news as it happens.
That front comes in, gusty winds come with it.
Weather every 10 minutes.
Best chance of rain will really be from noon on.
Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect with 4 News Now on KXLY Plus. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
It's the place we start every day, where we prep, primp, and relax on the weekends. At Northwest Granite, we understand your bathroom is the second most used room in your home, which is why we help you pick out the perfect cabinets, tile backsplash, and countertops to make your bathroom beautiful. At Northwest Granite, we help you design it, we build them, and we will install it so you can enjoy it.
And off you go. Off to see your friends, to work, to a game, to wherever this good boy is going. AutoNation Volkswagen makes it easy to find the right car for wherever you're off to next. Now, you can take advantage of a new Tiguan with 0% financing for 60 months or get a $2,000 retail customer bonus. Go to AutoNation Volkswagen today. What drives you drives us.
Catch all the action at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino, the area's largest sportsbook. Bet your favorite games live as they happen with in-play betting, or place bets ahead of time with the Bet Ahead feature. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane.
Well, it felt like I was camping the first couple of weeks. I felt like I can't make a whole meal.
That's how one Oregon Road fire survivor survives and describes cooking in her RV the first time after she lost her home in the fire. To help make the lives of Oregon Road fire survivors a little easier, the North County Food Pantry in Elk has started a hot meal delivery service.
Yeah, volunteers cook dinner every Tuesday and Thursday evening, then deliver it to those who now live in RVs within the burn area. Our Marissa Rio has that story.
Annie Patrick lives on 10 acres of land here in Elk, and she used to have a 1,200 square foot home with a full basement and spacious kitchen before the Oregon Road fire took that all away from her. She now lives in this RV behind me, and cooking can now be somewhat of a difficult task. As Annie remembers the home she used to have before the fire, she says it's those little things that don't feel so little anymore that she really misses, like the treasure she was saving for her kids, or just having the appliances many of us take for granted. For instance, Annie no longer has an oven. She can't bake anymore. She lost her favorite knife set, kitchen utensils, and more. Yet she still smiles and says she's grateful for all that she does have. This is who the North County Food Pantry is trying to help. Volunteers started the hot meal service less than a month ago, and already they are serving 16 families who live in RVs. And Annie says the service is more than just a delicious meal.
And they do it with a generous, heart-given, love-given spirit, and you feel good going there. You know, you feel loved, you feel like you're part of the group, and not just all by yourself out in the woods.
The director of the North County Food Pantry stresses that they are in need of donations to help more families just like Annie. For more information on how you can help make a difference, visit our website at KXLY.com. Reporting in Elk, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories. Create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Spring is in full bloom at Ritter's with acres of trees, shrubs, and perennials. Greenhouses bursting with flowers for containers and bedding. Exquisite fountains, benches, and sculptures. Experienced experts to help you choose what to grow at your home. And all 3-gallon and larger rhododendrons and azaleas are 25% off. So come up to Ritter's. Ritter's Garden and Gift on North Division.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now when you purchase a 6000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot. Plus give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
All right, thanks so much for being with us for this special edition of 4 News Now.
We'll see you again on 4 News Now Nightside. That starts at 11. Have a good night.